Hello guys, Eric here, your final expense expert. Let's talk about my favorite subject, you guys, which is residual income, right? Guys, I'll take you back to when I was 17 years old. I was lucky enough to be part of an organization that educated me about residual income. And ever since then, while in high school, I made sure I keep an ear open for opportunities that provided residual income, which eventually, after a few trials and tribulations in other industries, I was able to join this amazing opportunity in life insurance, final expense more specifically, to get my hands on some residual income. I'll be honest with you, that is the number one reason why I even joined life insurance or sold life insurance, got my license as well, because of the concept of residual income, right? And I've been able to get my hands on a lot of that nowadays, thanks to this awesome opportunity. I've been here for no more than 10 years. But it's crazy because obviously being in the industry, I've seen people talk about residual income, that it's not really possible to be achieved in selling final expense. Actually, a pretty well-known individual in life insurance world mentioned that in one of his YouTube videos, which it took me aback because I look at my residual income and colleagues and my own agents that I've trained, and we make pretty good residual income. So I'm not sure what opportunity he had or why he, dared say that, when the proof is in the pudding, that there's a lot of people making a ton of money on final expense alone in the form of residual income. But I just want to talk about a few numbers to give you an idea of how awesome this opportunity is and why residual income is something that you definitely want to get your hands on, especially in this business, right? So first of all, let's just look at the numbers, right? And I'll piggyback off what this gentleman said, because he said, dealing with older people, and just looking at the numbers, the company does a good job at providing us data and numbers with our organizations, which, surprising to me, a lot of companies, most companies don't, right? They don't provide this information to their agents. It blows my mind, but it definitely helps us to have a successful organization and know what we need to improve on. But when I looked at it, I saw that our average client in the last 12 months has been actually 61 years old. Okay. So our average client that we're going to go see that buys a policy with us, a final expense policy, is actually 61 years old. If you look at the data again as to what the average lifespan is for an American right now, is actually 77 and a half years. Okay, that's the average lifespan right now. So that means we have 16 and a half years of possible residual income if our average client is only 61 years old. That's a lot of years. I don't know about you, but there's not that many companies out there, opportunities, industries that are going to pay you 16 and a half years, every month, right? So that in itself is pretty cool. Some people look at final expense and they think they're dealing with, only sick people, only people in their 70s or 80s, and that's not the case. The average client, you guys, is 61. Again, with the awesome marketing that our company does, being on TV for decades and being online, having a strong online presence, has attracted a lot of younger clients who are getting ahead of the curve and getting something while they're still young, while they're still healthy, right? Again, just speaks volumes of our marketing, how they help us get in front of good clientele. Now, look at the numbers that provide the residual income right now. The average policy, again, for the last 12 months, my company provides that data for us, is actually $58 a month. Okay, so under $2, to be able to afford their policy and keep it long term. Because that's another thing I've heard about this industry. Oh, you're dealing with bottom of the barrel people that can't afford it. They're all cheap policies. We're talking about $58. Now, obviously, we're not chasing like the $250, the $500 policies like other colleagues of mine who are doing IULs and other type of investment products and stuff. Also, something that gets talked about is the persistency. Guys, you do this business right. You don't try to oversell. You just stick to the training that we provide you, the quotes that we provide you. You're going to have a great persistency, right? My team's persistency, you guys, was 85% persistency first year. Okay. Meaning that only 15% of folks either canceled in the first year, or obviously some of those passed away. So by far, most of them are in the product are still paying their payments a year from when you sign them up. Now, I will say That's the awesome, again, information that the company provides, right? For me, when someone wants to cancel my policy, replace my policy, or falling behind on their payments, I get those emails early on in the stages so I can visit my client, fix the issue, reduce the policy if we need to get it more affordable, or anything that is going on in their life. Obviously, I've heard it all, from divorces where they had to, get a new bank account. They forgot to tell us, they forgot to let us know. They recently retired, so had to adjust to their new lifestyle and had to reduce their policy, or just fell behind. They wanted to keep it, but just fell behind a month or 2 or 3, but they were able to keep it active and just make those adjustments, right? But again, the company provides that data to keep our policy in the books. Because again, a good saying that I learned here when I started is business that stays is business that pays. And we're fortunate enough that my agency actually has people on payroll, you guys, to help me keep my book of business. And that's really unheard of. An agency that is willing to invest money to help you with those, chargebacks that might occur, cancels, right? They actually call our clients, contact them, let them know what they can do, whether it's to redate an application, lower their premium, or just, update their banking information or their card that they got sent a new card in the mail, right? But again, that's another huge benefit. Shout out Golden Memorial for putting people on payroll and helping us keep our book of business, right? Keep them in the books for that long-term residual income, which is honestly why we're here, right? Residual income. I mean, imagine one day that all your bills are taken care of and now you don't really have to stress about anything. I mean, and honestly, to me, that happened years and years ago. When I started, I was broke. I worked hard. After just 1 year, you guys, I started my second year, my 13th month, stepping into my second year. I just got a deposit from the company for $3,000, right? From just the people I had serviced in the previous year, in the past 12 months. Now, actually, residual income hadn't even started yet. That's the what we call pay through money. Like most companies, we get advanced most of our commission, and then we get the back end money. But for our company, it starts with their second payment, and you get it consecutively for the next 11, 12 payments, whatever it might be. But again, starting my second year, I was already at $3,000 a month, whether I worked or not. Okay. Fast forward another year, residual income motor restarted because people were making their payment number 13, 14, 15, etc. So my income grew to over 6,500 in 2 years. Whether I worked or not, I was getting $6,500 a month. Now, if I didn't keep adding to that, right, my pay through would diminish, and only a portion of that are residual income. But the beauty is that, because I've seen it with agents in my team, life happens, you guys, where, a loved one passed away, emergency, they got to leave the country or the state for a few months sometimes. And guess what? That money keeps coming in because that pay through, that residual income is still coming. Their clients are making their payments. They're on auto pay from their bank account, and we're collecting their payments for them, keeping their policy active, and we're collecting residual income, right? And obviously, the whole point of the residual income, you guys, is to have time and money together, right? And for me, for example, when I started a little bit over 10 years ago, that's what I wanted, so I can pursue my dreams, do things that I really, are passionate about. And for example, I'm my kid's soccer coach, right? We just got done with the winter season and indoor, and I had 4 soccer teams I was actually training at the same time. And this business has allowed the freedom and flexibility to do those types of things without having to ask for permission or take a pay cut. As a matter of fact, in that time frame, my income has gone up because, again, we're adding more to our book of business, more clients. So my residual income is pretty much growing consistently every month, you can say. Sure, there's a few dips and a few actual leaps as well, but overall, it's just trending upward, right? But it's just very exciting, guys, to talk about residual income. As you can tell, I'm very passionate about this. And, it's just so much misinformation as to what final expense can provide. Because again, we can make residual income on people who other companies wouldn't even insure because they're already past a certain age, because they have certain illnesses, right? So when other companies look at us, and yeah, we are dealing with $58 a month, right? But they're doing, again, $200, $300, $500 a month policies. Well, guess what? When a recession hits, those IULs, you guys, those big policies, these people are probably going to lose jobs, are going to get cars repossessed and homes foreclosed on, and the first thing to go is their IUL, their life insurance, their big term policy that they can't afford anymore because they need the necessities. With us, it's also recession proof because of our clientele, which is mostly retired folks. So whether they're working or not, they're going to keep getting their money from the government. They don't rely on the recession. They don't rely on their employment, right? So they're going to get that $800, $1,200, $1,500 a month like clockwork. We collect our premium from their bank account like clockwork. It doesn't miss a beat. They're protected. Their family is insured and protected, especially when they need it, when it is maybe a tough economical times. And guess what? We still get paid residual income, right? And obviously for people that have been in it for longer than me, that are better than me and have more clients on the books and have built bigger organizations than myself. I mean, guys, they're making, in the hundreds of thousands of dollars of monthly income, whether they work or not. And it's just a testament of what's available here, our awesome contracts that do pay us handsomely. And not having to recruit anybody, right? Just build your book of business, sell, sell, sell. You're going to get your upfront commissions, your paid through for a year, and then residual income starts at month 13. So it's definitely an awesome business that it really takes very little capital, you guys. I know people that had to invest in homes, had to start big businesses in order to create that type of lifestyle of time and money together and making profits over wages, or getting profits and not wages. But it took a lot of investment capital, right? For me here in California, you guys, it was like what, $500 or less to get my life insurance license, and I was off for the races, right? My first day I sold two, made over $800, and just excited. And I'll share actually my first day. I remember my first client that I helped, she actually passed away 7.5 years after I helped her initially. Okay. So that means I got my first year's commission, and for 6.5 years, I got paid a portion of her bill, you guys, for 6.5 years, right? Tell me what company, what opportunity, what industry provides that type of, opportunity and income for you to just go and help them with something important. We provided the money to her kids soon or fast, and we were able to facilitate that process, and I got compensated very well. Yeah, of course, people also try to say, well, how much are you making on that? Guys, in some households, we're talking about 20 cents, 50 cents, 80 cents, $1, $2, $3, depending on how many policies and the monthly premium and the plan that they qualified for. But the fact is that, it does add up. It does, take what we call the snowball effect. And next thing you know, again, your mortgage is taken care of. All your bills are taken care of. And then you get in a point where you have time and money, where money's not even, an object anymore. You're just doing it because of the passion you have for the business and want to help in my case, want to help others achieve their goals and dreams with this fantastic vehicle and get their hands on some residual income, right? So again, the possibilities are huge. I've trained people in my team to do even higher numbers than I talked about. And I will say this, because a lot of people talk about, well, obviously you were manager, so maybe you got those numbers. You guys, my pay through / residuals, I got the highest before ever being a manager was like $7,500 a month, whether I worked or not, and I was just an agent. Obviously, it has grown up because of my time here and adding more books, more clients to my book of business. On average, I shared this previously, but I've averaged about one policy a day, selling multiple policies week in and week out, right? So I've averaged about one a day. And I'm a manager, and I'm still out there helping my clients, getting referrals from my book of business, and also out in the field, in the trenches, knocking doors, showing people how to work our fantastic lead system and keep adding some more residual income, right? So it's not just that the managers are making money here. I know people who are top agents, been top agents for a while, and they make several $1,000s of residual income because of the book of business they've created, right? Because again, the constant flow of top-notch leads that the company provides for us to go out there and create a book of business and get long-term residual income. Last thing I'll share too, with my particular opportunity, guys, our income is actually inheritable. I unfortunately had a friend of mine, who was an agent of mine that I sponsored and trained. He unfortunately passed away last year, you guys. But now, his kids receive the money that he was getting while he was here, right? So think about it when you're in your later years. Maybe you're in your 60s and 70s and still want to work your insurance gig. So a lot of these clients are going to be younger than you. They're going to outlive you, right? And this income is inheritable, so your family gets that money, right? So for me, my wife, my kids, when I'm gone, that money keeps coming in, and they're going to receive the money after I'm gone, right? And that's the exciting thing about this business. And again, why when I was 17 and I heard about this, I want to get my hands on. And one of the main reasons why I got my license and listened to my mentor, my manager who got me involved here, and explained that residual income was part of, the compensation plan, that got my attention. I got started, and I'm glad I did. So anyways, you guys, wanted to put this out there for you to learn more about residual income. Can we make residual income in final expense? Absolutely, we can, with the tools and the training that the company provides and the agency has in place. You have a place where you can call home, build your book of business, and get that long-term residual income with the numbers that we talked about here. Imagine selling something and 16 years still getting paid from what you did, back 16 years ago. And that's the awesome opportunity we have. I want to thank you guys for checking this out. If you're looking for an opportunity, if you want to get your hands on some residual income, struggling with your current opportunity, contact me with the information you see below. I'll be happy to answer any questions and show you how you can also start your journey to get in your hands on some residual income. Give us a like and subscribe and everything, and I look forward to seeing you at the top. Have a great day.